Welcome back to our channel. Class 6 to 8 Science Animal Reproduction System. As we have already learned about how plants reproduce and how they have two main types, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, animals have also the same way and same types. So, reproduction is how animals produce their offspring, or we can say babies, to continue their species or generation. Just like plants, animals also have their different ways of reproducing, and these methods are generally divided into two main types, as we know, asexual and sexual reproduction. So, let's discuss about asexual reproduction first. In asexual reproduction, an animal can produce their own offspring without the need for a mate. The new offspring is a clone, means genetically identical to the parent. This type of reproduction is more common in simple animals. ई सेक्शन में क्या होता है जो जो हमारा जो एनिमल होता है दे डोंट नीड another mate to reproduce or to just make or produce a new offspring, right? They can create their own offspring which will be genetically and in all ways identical and clone to their own parents. Why? Because न्यू पेरेंट्स था नहीं, न्यू मेट था नहीं, राइट? सो दोनों की मैचिंग नहीं हुई और एक न्यू ऑफस्प्रिंग ऑफस्प्रिंग फॉर्म ही नहीं हुआ बिकॉज जस्ट एक ही पेरेंट था. सो जो उन्होंने न्यू प्रोड्यूस किया दैट वाज टेक्निकली आइडेंटिकली क्लोन. So few of their examples are like budding or fragmentation. So what happens is budding is एनिमल लाइक हाइड्रास, उनका एक पर्टिकुलर पार्ट है जो स्मॉल सा पार्ट है वो उसके अंदर ही बाहर की तरफ वो ग्रो करने लग जाता है एंड वो ग्रो करते करते इतना बड़ा होता है दैट इट ब्रेक्स ऑफ एंड देन इट फॉल्स लाइक जस्ट अज्यूम दैट इट इज ग्रोइंग एंड इट गॉट हैवी. तो वो ब्रेक ऑफ होके नीचे गिर गया एंड वो एक जमीन पे ग्राउंड पे लग गया, राइट? सो व्हेन इट स्टार्टेड ग्रोइंग ऑन द ग्राउंड, सो एक आइडेंटिकली न्यू हाइड्रा बन गया. सो दैट्स हाउ दे प्रोड्यूस थ्रू बर्डिंग. Next example is fragmentation. Animals like starfish can regenerate or regrow from a fragment of the parent. If a parent of the starfish breaks off, it can develop into a new starfish. तो मान लो एक starfish है, ठीक है? वो उसका एक पार्ट कहीं से कट गया या फिर उसका एक फ्रेगमेंट रह गया, वो उस छोटे से फ्रेगमेंट से एक न्यू स्टारफिश फॉर्म हो सकता है. सो उस एक फ्रेगमेंट से हुआ ना, दैट्स व्हाई इट्स नोन एज फ्रेगमेंटेशन. We are done with asexual reproduction, so let's talk about sexual reproduction. Most of the animals, almost all the animals, reproduce sexually, which means two parents are involved, a male and a female. In a sexual reproduction, the offspring inherit a mix of genes from both parents, leading to genetic diversity. As I said, in sexual reproduction, दो parents की involvement होती है, right? तो जब उन दोनों की genes mix होता है, so a new product form. तो न्यू ऑफस्प्रिंग जब फॉर्म होता है देन उसका कुछ होता है. देन लेटर लेटर जो जेनेटिक डाइवर्सिटी होती है वो हमारी एक्सपैंड हो रही होती है बिकॉज टेक्निकली न्यू ऑफस्प्रिंग्स आर फॉर्मिंग, राइट? क्लोन या आइडेंटिकल नहीं है. So that's why. So, male and female reproductive organs. Males. The main reproductive organs are testes, which produce sperm cells. And in female, the main reproductive organs are ovaries, which produce the egg cell. Fertilization. So, what is fertilization? It's a very important process for reproduction. So, sexual reproduction usually involves fertilization. How? Which is joining of sperm cells from the male and the egg cell from the female. Now, fertilization can happen in two ways: internal fertilization and external fertilization. In internal fertilization, this occurs inside the female body, like female body के अंदर. Most land animals, like mammals, birds, and reptiles, use internal fertilization. That means जो sperm cell है वो एग सेल से मेट करता है, ज्वाइन करता है फीमेल बॉडी के अंदर ही. Now, what happens in external fertilization is this happens outside the female body, usually in water. Many fish and amphibians like frogs release eggs and sperm into the water. Like वो अपने egg और जो sperm होता है दोनों को water में release कर देते हैं and then they join and meet there where the fertilization take place. So that's external fertilization for you. So how, like we have prepared offspring, right? So how do they develop? So development of the offspring. Once fertilization occurs, the fertilized egg develops into embryo, which then grows into a baby animal. The way animal develop can vary. Oviparous animals. So oviparous animals are the one animals that lays egg. They hatch eggs, and the embryo develops inside the egg. जो embryo होता है वो egg के inside ही develop होता है. Birds, reptiles, and most insects are oviparous. Then comes viviparous animal. We, as a human beings, are viviparous. Why? Because these animals give birth to live youngs. The embryo develops inside the mother body. Like जैसे oviparous में क्या हो रहा था? They were laying eggs. But इधर जो embryo है वो mother की body के inside ही develop हो रहा है. Like human, dogs, cats, they are viviparous. Now there is oviviviparous animal. दोनों का mixture. Some animals have a mix of both method. The eggs hatch inside the mother's body, and then young are born live. जो एग होता है वो दे फॉर्म अ एग, राइट? वो मदर की बॉडी के अंदर ही हैच हो जाता है एंड दे गिव बर्थ टू द यंग वंस. Some species of shark and reptiles use this kind of methods. What is the importance of reproduction? Reproduction is vital for the survival of all species. It helps to continue the generation. It ensures that animals can pass on their traits to the next generation, allowing life to continue. Without reproduction, especially species would eventually die out. So अगर रिप्रोडक्शन नहीं हुआ तो नई जनरेशन फॉर्म नहीं होगी, और नई जनरेशन फॉर्म नहीं होगी तो देयर स्पीशीज वुड जस्ट डाई एंड न्यू जनरेशन उनकी फॉर्म ही नहीं होगी. सो टेक्निकली all kind of animals and humans will die. So that is it for today. Hope you understood the concept. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more related content.